Good morning to you, friend, and welcome back to the Morning Minute Meditation. I appreciate you joining me on this fine Lord's Day morning. You know, life gets by us quickly, very fast as it shoots by. Matter of fact, Job, he referred to it as like a weaver's shuttle, how quick it moves. It's like smoke that ascends upward or vapor. There's several different analogies used in regard to the brevity of life in the scriptures. All the children are grown in my household now, and now we get to enjoy the pitter-patter of little feet and watch the grandchildren begin to grow up in their life. And oh my, how God has blessed Miss Beverly and I with several grandchildren, and it's a joy. But I think about my life. I'm getting a little more tired than I used to be. A lot of miles, very little sleep, and it gets to the place and point where your body begins to wax on you and wear out a little bit. I was up here last night at the church with several young men who just wanted to stay and pray and enjoy fellowship with the pastor, and boy, we had a good time. Got in bed real late on last evening and up early trying to serve the Lord. I want to live and I want to serve God until my usefulness is over. It was in Psalms 116 in verse 15 where the psalmist said, "Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints." I was talking to a young man on yesterday about a man he knew, a multi-millionaire, who really is afraid, living in fear of dying. Isn't it a joy to live a life that is so filled with the Lord and the things of the Lord in His work that you have no fear of dying? Matter of fact, that death is a welcomed friend. I've always been intrigued at the last day of Jacob. Jacob, in the book of Genesis, chapter 49, gives blessings to his sons. And the Bible ends by saying this in verse 33, "And when Jacob had made an end of commanding his sons, he gathered up his feet into the bed and yielded up the ghost." In other words, he talked to his boys, gave them instruction regarding life, and then lifted his feet up in the bed, pulled the covers over him, and went to be with the Lord. Well, what a joy that would be. D.L. Moody, that great preacher of yesteryear, was preaching a crusade in Kansas in 1899. The month was December. And on December the 21st of 1899, he cut short the crusade and went back home. When he got home, he was feeling a little weak and sickly. And he told his children, he said, "I'm not discouraged. I want to live as long as I am useful. But when my usefulness is over and I'm done, I want to be up and out of here," meaning I want to go home and be with the Lord. Moody went on to have a restless evening, just a tossing and a turning. And in the morning, his son Will was very concerned that his dad was getting ready to make the crossing. Moody said to Will, he said, "Son, earth recedes and heaven opens up itself before me." Will, thinking that his dad was dreaming, tried to rouse him, and he said, "Will, I'm not dreaming." He said, "This is no dream, son." He said, "It is beautiful." He said, "It's like being in a trance." He said, "If this is death, it is very sweet. There is no valley here. God is calling me, and I must go." And he went on to be with the Lord. What a way to go. What a way to go. Hey, have you been thinking about how you would go? A lot of us are so apprehensive about talking about things like this that we don't even think about what it might be and how precious and sweet. I want the Lord to give me a homegoing that has its own testimony with my young'uns. Don't you? Hey, think on these things today, friend. You have a great day.